Hey guys, it's Andrew, and today I'm very excited to announce the KBD mass. So all the details for the mass will be posted in a paste in the description, but let's take a look at them now. So the mass will be celebrating 99 farming, which I got a long time ago. This is kind of overdue, because I got that around finals week, and that was around a month ago, and never really had time to host this, but I do now. We can definitely do future masses for 99 farming, fire making rather, and wood cutting, but for this one it'll be for farming. Not that it really matters, I've been meaning to do this anyway. But yeah, here's all the details. So it'll be this Friday in 2 days from now, June 23rd at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can look up the time zones if you don't know about what time that is for you. You can join late, of course. There's no nothing wrong with joining late. It'll be in the Andrew AJT62 clan chat, same as my YouTube name. We've had about 1 million people in here the last few days, just because all the videos have been doing well, which is so nice to see. And yeah, so you guys can join that. You don't have to join the clan chat, but I recommend it so we know that you're with us. Andrew AJT62. And it'll be streamed live on my Twitch. And there's a Discord if you guys want as well. A lot of people have been in there recently. We've been doing a lot of wildy bosses ourselves, so yeah, you can definitely join the Discord if you want. So it's an open invite. You can join even if you've seen this video for the first time, or you can invite your friends, whatever you want to do. And yeah, I'll post a video for this link and the link for this video in the pastebin as well, on pastebin.com, which will be in the description if you want to link this to anyone. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is we're going to enter the room shortly after 4 when most people are ready, but I recommend traveling there on a different world, because if we all go on the same world, then there's going to be stream snipers and PKers. So what I recommend we do is we're going to just use a different world, and then we'll all hop to the same world once we're actually in the KBD lair. And make sure you have your attack options to hidden. So that's really all the details you guys need to know if you've done KBD before, but if you haven't, I can give you guys a little beginner's guide. KBD is a very easy boss, so if you never killed it before, don't be afraid. I'll show you some very basic gear setups you can use that are very effective. Of course, the great thing about KBD is that they buffed the spawn timer recently. If you guys saw my KBD efficient KBD video, I mentioned that I got them to reduce the spawn timer to 10 seconds. So that's kind of what the idea behind this mass is, that KBD is going to pretty much die in like 2 seconds with how that many people we're going to have. And it only takes 10 seconds to come back. So we're going to get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and maybe thousands of kills. So we'll have a very good shot at getting multiple dragon pickaxes, maybe a dragon visage, and of course the KBD Prince pet would be super cool to see. I have a good feeling that we're going to get at least one of those. So yeah, it should be very exciting. So without further ado, let's take a look at some basic gear setups you can use. But like I said, if you know how to kill KBD already, as a lot of you guys probably do, all the info you need to know will be in this pastebin and linked in the description. Just know the clan chat, you know the exact time. It's this Friday, not next Friday, etc. And Discord's in here if you want. Of course, you can let me know if you have any questions in the comments, or PM me on Discord or Twitter. That's no problem whatsoever. But so there's two ways you can really kill KBD. Mage isn't a good option. So your best options are range and melee. So let's take a look at those. So here's a very basic but effective setup for killing KBD with range. I recommend you probably just have 70 plus range for I think all of these things, and you should be fine. This is very affordable and pretty much no risk if you're worried about PKers. So just black DI'd body, very high accuracy with these. You can pretty much have any helmet you want. If you want to bring a Nezi for prayer, or a Koi for one of the god Koifs would be fine as well. Ring crossbow is very good there. You can of course bring an Armadillo crossbow or a Dragon Hunter crossbow if you have one, like I do. And ruby bolts or diamond bolts. Diamond bolts will hit with a little bit more accuracy with the spec, but ruby bolts, if you're lower range and you're worried you're not going to get any kills, what you can do is bring ruby bolts, and the spec can actually max a 40 plus, no matter what your range level is. So that's definitely a good option for lower level players, because I definitely want to see a good variety of people getting the kills. I think we can definitely see that because of just how fast the kills will be. It's really just who's going to be getting that one big hit. So of course this is just a very basic guide setup. If you want to look at some advanced guides, you can take a look at my KBD video, which will be linked in the end screen of this. But here's a very good setup for range. Of course we're going to be getting there with the burning amulet. To do that, you just rub it, you go to the lava maze, and you click yes on the confirmation. And I'll show you guys how to do that in a second. But before we do that, let's take a look at a little basic melee setup you can use. So here's a very basic melee setup. We have The main thing you need to have, or should have if you can, is a Zamorakian Hasta. That gives a very good stab bonus, and the KBD is weak to stab and range. So if you're killing with melee, you probably want to use stab. You could use a whip if you don't have a Hasta. It wouldn't be horrible. And a good spec weapon is of course a DDS because it has good stab for a spec, and you can definitely do some damage. If you don't have Prowls, you can use monk robes. Climbing boots are pretty much free. It doesn't really matter what amulet. Of course, you need an anti-dragon shield. In terms of your inventory, it should be roughly the same for either one. Make sure you have super attack and strength or range pots. An extended anti-fire, this is pretty cheap, and it will last a very, very long time. It lasts like 10 to 15 minutes. And unless you're using a Serpentine Helm, make sure you have an antidote for poison, because that KBD will poison you, but this lasts a very long time, and it's pretty much free, so that's of course very good as well. And a couple of brews is good in case PKers come, but like I said, even if you die here, you're not really risking anything. I'm risking about 100k, which is next to nothing. So if you want to use a very basic gear setup, you really don't have to worry about any risk. Just make sure your player attack options are on hidden, and I'll show you guys how to get there. So once you're ready to go, you can turn your quick prayers on depending on what you want to do. If I'm meleeing in this case, I'm going to have Protect from Melee, Preserve if you have it, you don't need it, Piety if you have it, and Protect Item. And then once your attack options are definitely off, because the only real risk at KBD is skull tricking, you can use the Burning Amulet, teleport to the Lava Maze, confirm, and it will send you in very deep wild, but don't worry because the KBD itself is not actually in the wild. All you have to do is loop around here and open the gate. And this is not a very PK hotspot. Like I said, there will be people probably stream sniping, so what I recommend you do is just go on a different world than the stream world, and you can do that yourself. And pull the lever here. This is still in the wild, but once you're in here, you're no longer in the wild, and KBD will be here. And there he is. So very basic boss to kill. Only things you can keep in mind are make sure you have your anti-fire, of course, right away here. Sometimes he will lower your stats a little bit, so keep an eye on your stats. You might want to pot up more often than you usually do because of that. His defense is very high, that's why I recommend having a stab weapon. But yeah, with how many people we have here, the kills are just going to be incredibly, incredibly fast, because, you know, solo this can take quite a while, especially in basic gear like this, but with how many people we have, it's going to be incredibly, incredibly fast. So I did show this in my KBD guide for high-level players, but I'll show it to you guys as well in case PKers come. If you want a very easy way to tank a tele block, let me show you guys how to do that. So, like I said, this is not in the wilderness, but if you do happen to... Remember, it's single combat out there, so it's not particularly dangerous in a way. You can't get really killed instantly, but occasionally there will be clans or teams or something, and you really don't have to panic. What you should do if you're tele-blocked, and you could reduce a tele-block in half by praying mage before it happens, but even if that doesn't happen, you should still be okay. What I recommend you do is get your prayer to full, and then keep brewing over and over and over. Just drink pretty much all of your sour brews, which I'll show you here. And what this is going to do is it's going to basically get your melee stats down to almost nothing. And then once you do that, you can take off anything that gives like melee bonus. And then once you come down here, one of these spiders will probably aggro you. I'm not sure why they are not. There we go. And you can just start punching them, and because it's single combat, you'll be unable to be attacked by PKers. Unless they have a clan of like 100 people, they could kill all these spiders, but like I said, you're only risking like 100k anyway. And yeah, you can just calmly wait here. If it doesn't matter if there's a team of 100 right here, they wouldn't be able to do anything because I'm in combat with the spider, and I'll pretty much never kill it because my stats are brewed down so badly there. And once the TB is expired, which you can check by pulling the lever, you can just tele out very safely. So that's pretty much how you can escape PKers. That's the most reliable way. Of course, if you're not tele-blocked, you just want to go down the lever immediately. But yeah, that's really all there is to say. Like I said, the details, this will be linked in the paste in the description, and I made a Discord channel for the KBD mass as well. If anyone wants to join that during the mass, I'll post that in the paste bin in there as well with all the information. Like I said, feel free to invite anyone, even if they've never heard of me ever. It's a totally open invite. The more people, the better. If we have 500 people, that'd be like insane or something. I'm sure we're not gonna have that much, but you know, any friends you want to join, you want to invite, that's totally cool. We're looking for more and more people, and yeah, just like I said, around 4 p.m. or maybe a little early, 3:30, join the Andrew AJT62 clan chat. and tune into the stream, which will be linked below, of course, and you guys can get further instruction from there. And like I said, you can also feel free to join late. I know people have work or something, they might get home a little later. I'm sure this mass might be going on 4 or 5 hours. That's how long the court mass pretty much went for. So yeah, I have a very good feeling we're gonna get some good loot, maybe some Prince KBDs, maybe some Dragon Pickaxes, maybe some Visage. I'm guessing that there's going to be so many people that it's not going to be worth splitting, so probably free for all in general. But I think with things like Ruby Bolts and DDS specs, there'll be a decent variety of people getting the kills, because it's really just going to come down to who's getting that one big hit, because you're not going to have time for very many hits before the KBD dies. But he does have very good defense, so keep that in mind as well. And yeah, if you guys are new to PVM, I hope this should definitely be a very good experience for you. If you are experienced, I think you'll also have a lot of fun as well. And like I said, if you are experienced and you want to see some good gear setups, I will post my KBD, high-level KBD guide in the end screen, so you can see what gear you can use there as well. But that's going to do it, guys. This is the invite video. Feel free to share this with your friends. And yeah, I'll start the stream around 3:30 or 4 p.m. on Friday afternoon, and we'll definitely have a lot of fun. And yeah, I hope to see a lot of guys there. So I'll post this on Reddit as well, and I'll post the Reddit link in the description if you guys want to upvote and get more people from Reddit to come as well. And yeah, please like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and join the Discord in the description, and follow me on Twitter for updates and all that good stuff, and of course join the Andrew AJT62 clan chat. I think that covers everything. Alright guys, I'll see you there. I'm so hyped about this, and let's have some fun.